You know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know, cause we know, we go all in.
What up? What up? What up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the All Dressed Up Podcast. It's your boy, K Dizzle DC, and my man to my this side is the boy Have Streams. What up, Have? I don't know which side. I don't
Buenos tardes, me llamo Have Streams.
know.
Bienvenido, viva la Mexico.
Viva Mexico. What it do, man? What's going on?
Hey man, we talk about it every time we come out here and we have fun with the guys that tune in and ladies, and we say how consistent we try to be. So
Uh-huh.
big props to UK Dizzle for coming through tonight out there celebrating your wife's birthday. Happy birthday to the missus.
Shout out to my boo Tina. She's out on the balcony right now. Yes,
And where are you, K Dizzle? I don't want to say where you are. I'll let you say where you are.
we are in Cancun, Mexico. Free,
Nice.
enjoying life right now without a care in the world. There's no absolute feeling when you got to get up and you don't have anything to really have to do or worry about. There's no feeling like that in the world. You can just do whatever you want. I'm like, we got to figure out how we make this a lifestyle. That's it. That's it. It's been too long. It's been too long since we have done it. I'm glad we are doing it. And shout out to my baby's birthday. I'm glad to be able to do it for her. But yeah, enough about us. I know, and I told her beforehand, I said, hey, the only thing I have to do, the only thing I got to do is the podcast on Sunday. And she said, cool. I said, cool. That's where we at, baby. That's why we here. Man,
That's why we love you, K Dizzle.
if you can do it in Miami, I can do it here.
Hey
Period.
man, we consistent, man. 24th episode, man. So
24. So
it feels good to be out here for 24 episodes. And please don't forget, guys, the videos have been coming in. I've gotten about 10 over the last few days of our upcoming promos. So again, the email is down below. All dressed up podcast at gmail.com. Send your 10-second video clip and just talk about what the podcast means to you when you check us out on Sunday and you join us live. So we're gonna definitely be coming out with that soon. We appreciate you, and just like always, participate and have fun with us. So thank you again.
Definitely coming soon. We appreciate the love and support. We love the videos that we've gotten so far. We're looking forward to more. And it's gonna be awesome, man. We got a bunch of stuff coming. I don't know if you've seen the new logo. I don't know if you've seen the new logo.
Oh.
Shout out to Uncanny Designs. I can't even look. Everything is in Spanish right now. I can't even put my face.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ay, con Dios. I can't even.
I'll tell everybody now. If we have any technical difficulty, it is what it is. We're gonna let it ride tonight. We're here. We're gonna have some fun. Right now, K Dizzle's a little bit laggy, but hopefully everybody's coming through you here as well.
Am I laggy? Oh man.
Just a little bit,
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, thank you, 410 Beard. We appreciate you, man. What's good with you?
I think I got it. Hold on. I think I got it.
So over the past weekend, I had the opportunity to take off and there we go. Before I tell my story, look at that. That's the Spotify. That's the new logo right there.
Ooh-wee. 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 We on and popping, man.
What's the green represent, man?
Huh? You know what it is? What does the red represent?
I don't know.
Oh,
let's see where you want to go with it.
Skins and Eagles, man. Just
representing the NFC East. But yeah, so next weekend is technically me and my baby's anniversary. It'll be our 2-year anniversary. But shout out to Shanae Wilborn, always tuning in. But we decided, because it would have been difficult for me to get off next weekend, it being the last weekend of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So I took off this weekend. We spent some time down in Georgetown.
Nice.
Very nice experience at the Westin in Georgetown. I don't usually put on big business, but I can't complain. It was very nice.
Nice.
Uh, we're gonna address that question in a few seconds for no beer. But yeah, man, I had a good time with my baby. We had dinner at Sequoia, man. Sequoia was very nice as well. Shout out to them.
Wait,
Nice,
man.
yeah, man. Nice dinner on the water. I've been around a few boats lately, man. I'm starting to get that itch like I want a boat, but I don't know.
Anytime you stay by the water, you think you want a boat, man. It's just a guaranteed thing. That's
You should
just
have heard. You should have heard me and my baby out there, like yeah, we get a boat, we could do this. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh man, you started taking that mental ownership. What's up, Melinda? So when are we gonna be on Apple Music? That's a great question.
we're going to be on Apple Music this week. All episodes should be uploaded this week, no later than Friday. The only thing I had to do was just the format. Apple Music does a little differently, so I had to convert all the formats to it. But everything is in place for it, and all the episodes get uploaded, and we'll be on there. And that wide net will be cast, and we will
Now
be.
that's one thing I can say about K Dizzle. He does a great job with making sure our content gets to you guys on all the most important platforms. So shout out to you for that, and we appreciate you, man. So check
Appreciate
us
it.
out. I know we've been getting some great reviews on Spotify. It's a fun way to listen to us. You don't have to see us if you don't have to,
Yeah,
but you can always check us out recorded on Spotify as well.
Sinead's in the building. Melinda's in the building. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. But yo, get into sports, my guy, because it's a little sticky right now.
All right, so look, man, I don't want to come off like I've been just hating on my man from day one, but I never really have anything good to say.
Shout out
My
to people.
mom told me, if you don't have anything to say, don't say
Don't
nothing
say
at all.
nothing.
But Kevin Durant from my hometown, which makes it even worse, man. He can't. I don't know. I think he's starting to get that image, man. Like I heard a story about him in training camp for the Olympics, and obviously, when you get these guys coming from their respective teams to come play together, who usually never play together at all, and that's another thing too. K Dizzle. A lot of these Olympic teams, they train and practice together, and they play together all year round for these
Right,
events.
right, right, right.
So with the USA basketball team, these guys, pretty much play against each other all year. And they finally get together
What up,
and
Bill?
there's no chemistry. Popovich is forced to put these superstars together. And Bam Adebayo and Kevin Durant get into it allegedly in practice because it's the good old fashioned we're shooting around, KD makes a shot, and Bam takes the ball away. And we all know if you make the shot when you're shooting around, you expect to get it back.
Toss
So
that
not
back.
only does he not get the ball back, but he addresses Bam Adebayo allegedly about him green peeing the shot, and you got to get me the ball back, bro. And in my opinion, I think that's a shot. I think that's slight disrespect.
That's
That's
disrespect.
supposed to be Kevin Durant. Text 301-857-1757 to join the conversation live tonight. Again, 301-857-1757. But what you think, K Dizzle? I think that's a little bit of a disrespect.
Well, that's
He
purpose.
knows he made that shot.
Look, anybody knows that is the first thing you can do to show any type of disrespect on the basketball court. Period. Because it's law. It's like written law. If you make the shot, you get the ball back. I don't know where you. There's no other place that you play basketball that doesn't happen. Right.
And then if a person goes out above and beyond to tell you they made the shot, nine
Right.
times out of 10 they made the shot.
They made the shot.
Like at that point, I'm not gonna say F you. I'm still not gonna give you the ball. Like I'm really at that point trying to be disrespectful, right? For
Yeah, you just outright disrespectful, and it's done on purpose. And
So here's my question: before we talk about Kevin Durant some more, and they think I'm hating, do you think his fellow superstars, like top 20 in the NBA, we about to get there too? See,
We'll get
4-0,
there,
you might as
4-0.
well text, man. You hot tonight,
Bacon and bacon.
and you still haven't sent your video, but you got all the great questions tonight. But, but what I was saying is though was damn, what was I saying about Kevin
Tell
just threw
me
me off. Huh?
KD. Tell him about KD.
Yeah, no, I was saying, yeah, like do the superstars not respect KD like you think, or was that just a one out of like
I think that's the one.
a one off incident?
I think it's a one off. I think there are some that do respect his game, and I think there are some that don't respect his game. That are quote unquote superstars just because um, they are on that same type of gravy train that a lot of other folks are.
But do
Um,
you think they don't respect his game, or they don't respect him and his personality?
I think it's him and his personality. See, KD is not the one to be. He is not the super social guy. He is PG County through and through. If you don't, he don't know you like that. If y'all ain't ball or hoop like that. He just
Yeah,
ain't gonna
like
to you.
yeah, like right now, if he was watching this episode, he would come smacking me, and it's all good because I would come at me too.
Hey, what's
But
going on, Mama? How we?
hey, how you doing?
That's what
So
it is. And dudes can't handle that. Dudes, like Bam, just can't handle it. And I think that goes into the thing about KD. So I did a post. You saw that post I did, right? It was sick. It was six superstars.
yeah, that was a good post. I
It
like
was
that.
it was Shaq, Kobe, KD. It was shout out to what up, boo? Shaq, Kobe, KD, MJ. Um, uh, it
Steph
was
Curry,
Steph Curry, and one more. It was one
Kevin
more.
Durant,
No, I said Kevin Durant. So
Shaq, Kobe, KD, Kevin Durant, MJ, Steph Curry, and it was
it was one more.
who was the other person? Come on, man, you posted
I did post it.
it.
I can't remember who the other person was. Um,
LeBron.
LeBron. It was LeBron. Yeah, it was
How can
LeBron.
I forget my man, my
Okay,
main man?
six. LeBron, MJ, KD, Curry, Kobe, Shaq. Right. And I said if you had to sit one, who would you sit? And the overwhelming majority that responded to it was like 40, 50 comments. It was KD needs to sit because everybody said exactly what Ron is saying right now. I think KD is soft. He should have stole him just to set the record.
I
Every,
don't think he's soft, K
everybody
Jizzle.
believes KD is soft, and
I don't think he's soft, man. I don't want us to be on here just bashing the guy,
no,
but I think he comes off like, one of those guys that again, my opinion is he never led a team to the championship. The
mm-hmm,
Golden State team that he jumped on was led by Steph Curry, and he was a
mm-hmm,
great asset on the team. Obviously, he's one of the best scorers of all time. Don't get me wrong. Can he play D? Yeah, he could play a little bit of D, but my biggest thing is again, it goes to the intangibles. It goes to, what happens when the game's on the line.
mm-hmm,
Can you will a team like this year when they were going through their injuries? He couldn't take Brooklyn to the
right,
Eastern Conference Finals,
right,
and they had a super team. And then right now we're getting ready to talk about with the Olympics. They go out and they lose their first two exhibition games, and they're led by Kevin Durant.
mm-hmm,
If you and I hate to have put this type of pressure on him, and he probably say, F me, but if you're the best player in the world, people are gonna say that's your team. It's Kevin Durant's Olympic roster right now. It's his
mm-hmm.
Olympic team. And so far they've lost two exhibition games, one against Nigeria, one against Australia. And they open up against France and they lose 83-76 today.
They're not a team. Every Olympic team is always a team. They're not a team. They ain't a team, and you don't have that guy. You don't have that one guy. That's KD is not. KD is an all-star. He's one of the best players in the world, but he's not the guy that's going to take that team to the next level. You follow what I'm saying? He's not super aggressive. So people don't. That's why they call him soft. That's why they
Have,
look at.
have, have you ever heard of a word, and this it's not a very common word, but I use it sometimes to describe Kevin Durant. I think he's very finicky.
Finicky.
And I say that because, he gets real, I don't like to use the word sensitive, but real sensitive when it comes down to like people talking shit about him in the media. Like he attacks back very, aggressive. And I get it. A lot of people go at him, so why not? But, he's very a lot of teammates don't necessarily gel with him perfectly. He kind of rolled out on Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
and kind of make it, point the finger at Russ when they had this situation on OKC. I just don't know, man. Like, I think behind closed doors, they probably got some shit that they can say about
He
KD, just like
he's
anybody else.
he's one of those really talented dudes, really talented dudes that is just not the one that's going to like really step up and push everybody else to that next level. He's going to push, but they're not going to follow him just because of the way he carries himself. He doesn't carry. He's not an in your face type of guy. He's a come to work, and he expects everybody to pull their weight. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna call. He may call out one or two, but it's very few and far between. He's going to try to put in the extra effort to pull the weight instead of putting the effort into pushing others to pull the weight. That doesn't make him any less great. That's just a different style of leadership. He, like I said, look, he's saying he's soft as baby shit. Look, we're not gonna make the whole episode about KD. I think if he changes his game a little bit and becomes more aggressive and becomes more that leader, I think he'll always carry that. He'll start to carry that real moniker of being one of the greatest in the world. But until then, everybody's gonna look at him the way he is, and I don't think he minds the way he plays or the way he is. Truthfully, I don't think.
I believe that a lot of people, if you say Kevin Durant's better than LeBron James, you're picking them over personality, in my
You're not
opinion.
going. You're not going to win that argument. That's like
You're
saying,
being fanish. You're being
yeah,
fanish, in my opinion. Like
well,
you just like LeBron James because of something personally. And I get Kevin Durant is a better shooter, and
hmm
he probably is a more overall better scorer. But as
he's
far as impact on the court and winning championships, and I'm not, like you said, going to make this a drawn out conversation.
right.
LeBron James, in my opinion, is the best player. But that's enough for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you
Roland
saying
Lyles been playing him. What's up?
no? You saying that KD and LeBron, back and forth is the same thing as somebody saying, "Oh, Reggie Miller is better than MJ." You're not going. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win that argument.
I mean,
Period.
he played. Unfortunately, Kevin Durant played in the era of LeBron James,
Yes.
and there's going to be a lot of players that can say that looking back, because a lot of players can say, unfortunately, they played in the era of Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan got overshadowed. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Danny's in the building.
and
Hello, Danny. I love you.
and Michael
Hello.
Jordan is the reason why a lot of people don't have rings, and so will LeBron James.
100%. 100%.
And like I was saying, guys, before we end up on sports or finish off, I've been watching Rolling Loud in the background. I mean, you haven't been checking Rolling Loud. Are you down?
Oh, I'm looking at the beach right now, bro.
Yeah, I know that's right, bro. But Rolling Loud is out there in Miami. They've got 3 live stages actually right now. Not to send you away from us, but the baby's getting ready to perform. He should be pretty entertaining. But I had a chance to see Megan Thee Stallion perform about 45 minutes ago, and that was pretty aggressive or exotic, or I don't really know the words, but they definitely brought it. She performed very well.
Look, if the baby performing, he gonna do his whole album in 10 minutes. Every song, every song is 90 seconds.
But he has a high energy performance, though,
Oh,
man.
without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's gonna be 10, 15 minutes strong. Every song he's ever done so far. 10, 15 minutes
You
strong.
are
Shout out
stupid.
to him. Shout out to the micro songs that make $1 million. But look, before we get into, do you want to really talk about it? Or you want to go into it? You want to talk about your boy?
It's up
Pink.
to you.
Um,
It's up to you, because we're gonna let you out of here on time tonight, man. You got to get back
let's
to
let's
it.
let's talk Pink Jail Cell. Talk Pink Jail Cell.
All
Okay,
right.
because you sent it to me. I wasn't looking for it, and you ruined my day with me watching that. But go ahead.
No. So I mean, I ended up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I like listening to that guy Jack Harlow,
Oh, for sure.
the young boy out of Kentucky. I like some of his songs and stuff. So when I heard he had a song with Lil Nas X, I checked it out. And just like any other song, the boy Jack Harlow floated on the verse. He's been pretty consistent. He's been pretty hot lately. So I had a chance to check out the video, because I saw a message that Jack Harlow was supposed to have posted saying, Lil Nas X had the vision. He followed Lil Nas X's vision on the music video. If he would have had him, if he would have asked him to be in a shower, he'd have been in there. Like, giving, I guess, credit to Lil Nas X's genius, but this leads me to pulling up the music video, right?
So I'm not gonna pull up the music video. I'm not gonna pull up this music video. If you have not seen this music video of Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow, basically within the first 40 seconds, well, he's in jail and everybody got pink uniforms, and there's a shower scene.
Industry baby.
Industry baby. Okay, there's a shower scene, and he has naked male dancers in the shower scene, and they all butt ass naked, and all the stuff is digitized out. And the scene is like 15, 20 seconds.
He's in the jail. They're holding his pocket.
Yeah, holding his
pocket. All around a jail cell in pink.
They're all in
jail clothes.
Pink jumpers. It's bananas. And we were talking about it earlier. I said it's purely for shock value. The guy, he's under 25 with a lot of money from Old Town Road and living the life he wants to. He made sneakers with blood in it. Okay. Call Me by Your Name. That other video got pulled, or the song got pulled. He doing what he want to do. No, I'm not. Like Ron, like you said, I'm not pulling that video. Have asked me to. I watched it. It's like, nah, no. You seen it? It's disgusting. Look, it's not for everybody. It's shock value at its best, and I said, look, if you watch Pose, if you watch any other show, depicting the lifestyle, it's not going to be any different. The only difference is that it's from a mainstream artist, who that a lot of people listen to, a lot of the young generation listen to, and everybody's going to have their opinion on it. You do what you want to do, kid. You black, you got money, you young, you be as expressive as you want to be. And you understand you kind of understand what the consequences are, but you don't care at this point. And I ain't mad at you, because, hey, the only one that's got to judge you at the end of the day is at the pearly gates or wherever you going when you think you die. So look, man.
But that's funny you say that, because Dr. Boyce Watkins, and shout out to the Shade Room because they posted it. He said Lil Nas X isn't fighting for gay rights. He's marketing the sexual irresponsibility that's causing young men to die from AIDS.
And see, when he said that, that's an irresponsible statement, because in the video, he's not advocating for gay men to have unprotected sex.
Right.
And so what you're doing is you're laying a stigmatism on gay men, saying that they have AIDS, and when they have relations, and that they spread it. So Dr. Boyce Watkins in itself is perpetuating the stereotype and giving false information and creating a controversy that shouldn't even be there in the first place. So get the hell off the mic at that point.
And then Lil Nas X, check this out. He responded by saying, y'all be silent as hell when people dedicate their entire music catalog to rapping about sleeping with multiple women. But when I do anything remotely sexual, I'm being sexually irresponsible and causing more men to die from AIDS. Y'all hate gay people and don't hide it.
That's a form of gay hate. I think, he has a point. At the same time, you made a video to make a point, which you knew you would get some backlash from. So it's an expectation. And look, kid, if you seen the video, you understand. That's all I can say on it. Look, I'm not even mad at him. You express yourself however you want to do it. And just like people pissed off that, look, Kanye had his Donda album release party at LA Coliseum. And then somebody said that he was trying to sell air from the Coliseum from the release party night for $3,000. How many people paid to go watch him walk around, listen, and vibe out to his own music?
And he had like hors d'oeuvres for like $50 and $60. Like,
so
I heard he had like $60 nachos.
That man, look, that I agree with Lil Nas X that all rap is about now. Oh, fucking bitches and killing people. The state of hip hop is what the state of hip hop is. Hip hop and rap. I'm not going to dig deep.
That's a good comment.
that's a whole nother conversation, and we live in such a microtransactional world that people are what they are, and they get programmed to listen to whatever said. Boyce Watkins did what Nas X did, tweeted that for shock value, 100%, 110%.
And going off of that though, too, K Dizzle in Arizona, Ron for commenting is like you don't have to watch it.
You don't have to watch it.
It's not being forced. It's not being force fed to you. It's not like that's the good thing about TV now, and that's the interesting thing about it. Like you have these views, these things called views and plays, and like you don't have to be a part of that 3 million. You don't have to be a part of the 3 million. You just want to be a part of everything that everybody else is a part of. You don't want to miss out, so you want to click on the video too. But you don't have to show your kids that video, or you don't have to play that song if you don't like that song. And I respect Lil Nas X for doing what he wants to do at the end of the day and being proud about himself. Like I have no really nothing negative to say about the guy other than the fact that it's not my type of imagery, but it doesn't have to be.
Look, if I had $20 million in the bank right now and I wanted to put a video online of me swimming in corn, a pool full of corn, okay? You gonna be mad at me? You gonna say, what are you gonna do? You gonna say
a pool full of corn?
I'm wasting corn at that point, but I'm gonna get 20 million views on that and get paid from it from the advertisements. I don't care. I don't care, dude. Do what you want. And look, like you said, Boyce Watkins, he's gonna get some followers. People gonna listen to us. People gonna talk about him. Say, yeah, I believe, I agree. You're gonna get that fringe. Lil Nas X, people gonna say.
He doesn't have to be the voice of the people either.
No,
you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to be the guy speaking for me, because he's not speaking for me.
He's not the voice. People try to point at him because he do something provocative as the voice.
But see, that's the beauty of it, though, K. Dills. When I'm going to cut you off, before when Bear says won't get played or in my Google search, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to.
What 410 hasn't told you is that he's seen it 6 times already. So
he stays informed, man. He stays connected to the
stay around the 42-second mark. He stay around the house.
I was honest with you, man. Like I watched it because I know that boy Jack Harlow be floating on the track. Pool full of corn is different. Oh, yes, it is.
It is hella different. It is hella different. It is hella different. Very true. But the same thing applies. The same principle applies. But look, it's a great topic to really get into that. But that is not even the topic for tonight. That's not even the topic. And the topic we have for tonight is so good. I think I've asked everybody this. I think I've darn near asked everybody I come across.
I asked our waiter yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So look. So the question of the night is: I know you saw it. Shout out to Biz Marquis. I named the episode, and you say he's just a friend. Boozer Brothers in the building. Welcome. Homophobes can't pin them down to the things they normally hate. So in your face, and so aggressive.
Homophobes can't pin him down to the things they normally hate.
Right. So they can't pin him down to the stuff that they normally hate, like flamboyancy and all that stuff, because he really ain't that. In this video, he was flamboyant. He was extra. So he was in your face with it.
I get what they're saying. Yeah. Now. I get what they're saying.
Yeah. So we've asked this question, right? We asked this question to a lot of people because it's a crazy question. So in the shout out to Biz Marquis again, and you say he's just a friend, right? Is a strictly platonic relationship between a man and woman possible? What up, Gilgamesh, coming through? Shout out, homie. Look, 301-857-1757. Text to join the conversation. We'll bring you in via video chat. But the topic of tonight is a platonic relationship possible? You think it's possible? If so, why? Why? Between the man and woman.
I love this topic, man.
Yes,
I
yes.
love this topic, and one of my favorite songs of my childhood was "Just a Friend" by Biz Markie. Rest in peace. And
All
I
right.
ran around because I was a little bit younger when I was a kid singing that song.
Mm-hmm.
And your boy said, "Don't give me that. Don't give me that." And he's so right. Don't give me that, K Dizzle.
Look,
Where do
I'm
you want to begin on this topic here?
all right, all right. Look, oh,
There's
see,
so many
okay.
ways you do that.
So, all right, hold on.
And I hope you get
Gilgamesh
somebody to
says,
text in tonight
Gilgamesh
of
says,
both
I think it's
sexes.
possible. Arizona Ron says, hell no. Bianca's in the building. Shout out to Bianca. See,
Oh,
hashtag wholesome girl. I need Bianca in the building.
HCG,
Conversation.
HCG.
HCG's in the
It's
building.
a party now.
The real one, 857-1757. Join the conversation. I will send you this link. Bianca, please tell me, do you believe in plutonic relationships? Are they possible? Okay.
No,
Are
no,
they
that's not the
possible?
question, K.
Hef,
Dizzle. You
go
messed
ahead,
up the
Hef.
question,
Tell me
bro.
why, Hef. Tell me
Come
why.
on, man. I know you down in Cancun. You're getting loose tonight, man. So I'm gonna help us out. So
Yeah.
the question is, can you be married or in a serious committed relationship? Hold on, Shanae. Hold on, Shanae. Can you be married or be in a committed relationship and have a platonic friend, best friend, excuse me. We're gonna make it even more specific.
Woo.
Can your best friend be of the opposite sex? Come on in. Text 301-857-1757. Can your husband have a best friend named Jessica? And can he spend his time with her when she needs that friend, when she needs that shoulder to lean on? Will
Look,
you allow him to take that time to go be there for his best friend Jessica?
look,
And
look,
vice versa, K Dizzle.
look, here's Gilly. I've been caught by surprise by someone that I thought was my bestie, but her motives were for, right?
Whoa, time out.
More.
Time
She
out.
wanted
Time
the
out.
glizzy. Wait a minute. She wanted the glizzy and moved clear across the country because I didn't take the hint.
Time out, K Dizzle. Gilgamesh. Thank you very much, man, because he came from a whole different angle that I wasn't even
Yep.
gonna take tonight. And that's why we love the chat and everybody that follows, because I'm gonna get to a point from the other way around.
Danny says, I think so. Arizona's around says again, hell fucking no. Hold on, Bianca says, explain that shit.
All right, so let's talk about it from a male perspective, K.
Go ahead.
You wanna go first?
You go first, please. You go first.
So let's talk about the first basic part of the question before we get into all the other layers. Can my wife be best friends with a guy? So here's where I'm at with that. All right. If my wife had a best friend before I met her,
Right.
and that person maybe grew up with her or they had a history, together, and I meet that person when I'm like still, establishing our relationship, I could deal with that because you have to already show your trust at that point. And I don't think you would get to the point of marriage if you didn't trust her in the beginning, if she introduced you to that best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we can all kind of say that's pretty accurate.
Thanks, Gilly. Yep.
Now, here's the thing. If, and this is why, and this is my tough part that I got to wrap my head around, K Dizzle.
Okay.
I can't really understand my wife all of a sudden coming up with a best friend if we're already in a relationship 2-3 years in, and I've never met this cat before a day in my life.
Okay.
And how in the hell can you get to the point that that's a best friend? So we got two different ways. So, like, all right, if you're married, do you tell your wife, K Dizzle, that she can no longer be best friends with the guy that she previously was best friends with? Let's start there. Before she even introduces you to a new best friend, do you tell your wife she can no longer hang with the best friend? I'm asking you.
You asking me?
Yeah. Do you tell your wife in the beginning when you first start, kind of agreeing to respectable relationship rules? Do you already tell your wife, you got to cut the male best. You got to cut Raheem short, man. You can't hang with Raheem every Friday night anymore.
Ain't no Raheems, ain't no Winston's coming up over here. No brand new Ain't no brand new. What's up, Realities is in the
No,
building.
I'm talking about what's up, reality.
Okay,
I'm talking about no, K Dizzle. Hold on. I'm talking about in the beginning.
if all
Do
right.
you
So
is that a stipulation for you to move on to marriage or a more committed relationship by addressing her in the beginning by saying you can no longer be that tight with homeboy. You got to cut it
no,
back.
no, that's not a stipulation. What I would say is this is if you have a friend, I've been BFFs forever, right? Before us, and we're in a committed relationship, and we love each other, and we trust each other. That's your BFF. Have your BFF. Y'all hang out. Y'all do what y'all want to do. You got a new BFF. That's completely different. Your new
All right,
BFF.
so you're saying you can rock with the original
I can
BFF.
rock with you. I can rock with the OG. I
So
can rock with the
the
OG.
pre K Dizzle BFF, as long as homie checks out, because I know you still got to meet him.
And here's the other part. Here's the other part. As long as the BFF, the relationship between your SO, your significant other, and the BFF does with your either your family or your relationship.
Okay,
If it interferes where you're spending more time with them than you are at home, that's a problem.
I think we're
That's
at this
already a
point right
problem.
here, K Dizzle. I think we're at the point right now because right now we're talking about the men and our wives and girls having male best friends, right?
Uh-huh.
So this is what I asked my waiter, my server yesterday when I was at brunch with my girl.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, "You've been best friends with this girl, and you're heterosexual. Let's be respectful and let's
Right.
use the correct terms. So you're a heterosexual male. You've been best friends with this girl for about 6 years, right?
Mhm.
You're both heterosexual. You've never hooked up. You've been best friends for years. All of a sudden, I don't know what led up to this event. Your best friend is now offering the opportunity for you to have sex with her. And
Try it
where it
again.
came
Put
from,
it, put it out there. Put it
and
out
no
there.
judgment, to the woman. I'm just saying in this situation, this is a hypothetical. I'm
Okay.
not trying to say she was a thought. I'm saying just at this
No, you
point,
just
whatever happened,
trying to
she's
hang.
feeling something. She's giving you the opportunity to have sex. Chat, text us now. Come through. What percentage of men is going to turn that situation down and say no? I really want to hear your
Woo.
opinion. I really want to see if you guys can join us and say what you think about it because I think the percentage of men that says no is going to be very low.
Now I'm going to tell you. My wife's answer too because I asked her this question as well. She said, I think she said you can have, BFF, that was there before, but the other half of it was no new BFFs over here, no
Right.
new BFFs over here, none of that going on over here. Look, what is what does what does Rod say? You two see the relationship. You can tell who really friends and who not. As Bianca says,
She said you
uh,
have to see the
you
relationship.
got to
You
see
can
that
tell who's
relationship.
really
But
friends and
she,
who's
but
not.
you know what?
But why you gotta go do all that though, Bianca? Why you gotta go and see the relationship?
Yeah,
Why
but
can't you just trust it?
I'm gonna tell you another good point my wife made. She said it depends on where that person is, where their headspace is, um, if that's possible or not, because you don't know if they're content. If you don't know if there are issues at home. You don't know if that's something that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So she made a very valid point in that aspect too.
That's a
Ron
very
says,
valid point.
Ron says girls don't even know how to pick female friends, so I know they damn sure can't pick male. Ooh, man,
Ron be saying some
Ron,
shit
you
that
are
he be going hard on
stop it.
females
It's
sometimes. That's my
habanero,
man.
habanero.
But my man Ron be going hard. Reality
Ron go
says, I
hard in
say
the
it's
paint.
a 50-50, giving the men a benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing.
Giving the men,
Let me
whoa,
expand.
giving
Hold on,
the
let me
men the
expand
benefit
on
of the
that.
doubt.
Let me
Giving the men the
expand
benefit.
on that. So let's give the men the benefit of the doubt, right? So when you're a friend of somebody, right? What's friendship? And what's your best friend? Somebody you can depend on. My man, the baby, just got on stage and rolling loud. He already flying around acting crazy.
Go ahead.
But a friend is somebody you can depend on, somebody you can be there for, somebody that's gonna hold you down, somebody you can laugh with. When nobody else is messing with you, you can call your friend. And in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, if those qualities are in the form of somebody in the opposite sex, you don't have to even be physically attracted to a woman if you're a guy. And in my opinion, vice versa. I'm not a woman to really speak for them, but let me just speak for myself. You can be attracted to someone's personality and character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm around a woman and all she ever does is make me laugh, I enjoy my time with her. It's like an escape from like, the hustle and bustle. Like I might start to like her.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, if you're that close to a woman, you got to be attracted to her in some way. So I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. I'm gonna put myself out there and say I think the percent of men is probably less than 20% that would say no,
Ooh,
because
less than
there
20%. Ooh.
and you love the character and the qualities of her. And like think about it, if you my boy and I love your characters and qualities, I'm gonna just be like we cool, like I vibe to you, but I'm not gonna have a physical attraction because I'm
Right.
heterosexual. With a
Right.
woman, that can make you like her even further.
Mm. So yes, that is factual, and that goes into play of where they are right now. Headspace wise, reality says no new friends. Your friends should be my friends, and my friends ain't smashing my man or trying to. If your BFF can't be respectful of our situation, she ain't your friend.
Mm.
Now, there's a lot in it. Reality. Let me just say this. Your friends should be my friends, and my friends ain't smashing my man or trying to. Valid point. Your friends should be my friends. We 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 not even talking about work husbands or work wives, quote unquote. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
situation, though. That's another
Same
parallel.
same stipulation.
But look at what Arizona said, though. Arizona,
Oh
that
man,
that was some serious stuff right there.
man, people be emotionally cheating. That's whoa. That
Talk
goes
about
into
that real quick, Kay.
that goes into their headspace, bro. That really goes into their headspace. And sometimes, if you're in the wrong headspace, you will start or create a friendship with somebody that's there, and you are just building and getting what you think you need out of your relationship from the other person, which is extremely dangerous because it could take you down the path of somebody trying their hand and you being receptive to it. So you are 100% accurate. Emotionally cheating can lead in the craziest points. A cheater is going to be a cheater, and let's be real, men will screw anything. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The mere fact that if how can I say this? What's the best way for me to respond to that? A cheater will be a cheater. Men, if a man is in a committed relationship, a man ain't looking at another woman in that aspect. That doesn't mean that the woman that he's talking to isn't looking at him in that aspect. And so you could be friends with somebody and they have ulterior motives, or you can be friends with somebody and they can suppress those emotions, those feelings up until a certain extent. We all understand that BFFs at some point or another in a relationship, someone is going to try their hand. Someone's going to try their hand. Somebody's going to give you the Rick James. They're going to reach out. Somebody's going
How,
to try
how
your hand.
many, how many, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Let me put it on myself. I've had probably, not counting like extensions of family, because
Hmm.
we all got our second families, like cousins. We call each other cousins and everything. Like I've had really one true female friend.
Hmm.
I say in my young years,
Hmm.
and I say this because it was strictly platonic.
Hmm.
We never, did anything besides hang out. We met each other's girlfriends and like, her boyfriends and stuff. We
Hmm.
all hung out, but we were cool. But most of the time, she was the person I could vent to and get a female perspective,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And at the time, it was cool because I'm 21, 22, 23. Why you laughing, Kay?
I'm laughing. I'm laughing at your name. Go ahead.
I know, man. You must be throwing me hard, man.
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
my whole thing is like, what I'm saying is like, I knew for a fact that once I got into a serious relationship,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, and she's actually married now and she has a baby. We don't have that same type of relationship,
Okay.
and out of respect, I don't feel like it's appropriate for me to be calling her, putting in. I don't know. I don't want to say burdening her with everything that's going on with me, but I don't think she has the time. I'm gonna give her the respect of knowing that she's my homegirl. We'll always have love for each other,
Right.
but she's married with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, our friendship has kind of just gone to social
Yeah.
media
Yeah.
here and
Yeah.
there by saying, yeah. And that's just, I think, a mutual respect thing. If I really picked up the phone and needed to call my old friend, I'm sure we could chop it up and talk, and vice versa. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna end it off here when it comes to the male perspective. But hopefully, we can have a woman come through and talk.
Well,
But
they giving it through the chat.
yeah, you're gonna get to it. I know you're gonna get to it in just 2 seconds. But I'm gonna just finish up by saying, like, you know, I just think that my biggest what is good for y'all. That's how it's supposed to be. I just think that, like, at the end of the day, I want to respect my girl and know that we have probably just enough time to build for ourselves.
Right.
Like, I'm not perfect, so
Mhm.
with me not being perfect, with me having so many things I need to also work on myself, I don't necessarily think I can take that time and go spend it with a friend,
Mhm.
especially with a friend of the opposite sex. I don't think it's the time and the pace anymore.
Mhm. Hey, this is it was straight from home. I have a BFF that's a male. He has never tried his hand, and he is heterosexual. I have tried mine. He knows my husband, and I know his wife. Great respect, and that and look, that's that's the difference. If
Huh?
he now that's no, you hear that right? You hear that? So you know,
Reality said I have a BFF that's a male. He has
you
never
gotta
tried
you gotta
his
read it
hand.
again.
Yeah, and he is heterosexual. I have tried mine.
Yes. So listen, 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 listen. Well, girl, that's what you wrote. I haven't tried mine. Okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
have.
I was about
But
to
look,
call Ray Sean. Like, what the fuck is going on tonight on my chat? Like, don't be saying this shit over here. I fucks with Daryl.
so
I
look,
love y'all. I'm just joking. I love y'all.
so,
Thank you.
so look, so she had to hit that real quick.
Yeah,
Wait a
I'm
minute,
still like,
have
hold
it,
up.
not wait, no, no. Look, so look, you should have texted in. You should have called in. We put you on there. So you made a fluff like that. Look, real talk, real talk. So there, you can now. Let's just say for shits and giggles, right? Let's say he didn't try his hand and you did. We know that's not true. Okay, we ain't gonna go record. The rock girl, you better clean that up. So let's just say that happened, right? If he was in a different headspace where he was a little more open and receptive to that, that spells trouble. That spells hella trouble.
But let me ask you a
That,
question.
that is part of the dangers of having that platonic relationship because it's almost like because
Yeah.
Jeff Hank changed his whole mannerisms. He's what? He's about to go in. But look, that changes the whole aspect of it because once that happens, that changes the dynamic of the relationship. I've had two very close female friends.
What changes the
One
dynamic of the relationship?
as soon as one person tries a hand. Okay,
Okay, cool.
as soon as one
Absolutely.
person tries a hand. So I've had two very close female friends. One
Do
I was
you
a
do
very
you do you have to be attracted to a woman to be a friend physically?
no, no, mm-mm,
See, when
not
I
at
was younger, I guess I was really, I guess, conceited, and maybe I'm just like exposing some of my, um, you know, I don't know,
all.
inadequacies as a young man. But I always like I wouldn't entertain a girl, and this is gonna sound awful. I know it is, but I would not. I'm gonna be honest. When I was younger, because we all have a past,
Oh,
I would not converse or really entertain with a woman or female that I was not attracted to.
you bougie. That's why.
I just didn't feel like we had nothing to talk about.
Yes. Let me.
I know it's gonna sound terrible.
So look, so look, so look, man. I've had two female friends. One I was extremely close with, never tried my hand. One I was extremely close with, tried my hand. Didn't work out. Either one did work. Either one didn't work out.
Oh, you said you tried your hand both times?
No, only tried my hand once, and that one it didn't work out because she wanted to stay friends. She didn't want to mess up the relationship. But us trying our hand messed up the relationship. So it is what it is.
What
It's about
happened?
huh?
What happened?
We ventured down that path, and we got to a point where it was like didn't want to go any further because didn't want to ruin the friendship, and that's
So you started to go down that path, but then
started to
you
go
heard
down that
what
path. Yep.
Okay.
Then we got to a point, and the crazy thing is, this rolls into the conversation of dudes being friend zone, right? This rolls in the conversation of dudes being friend zone. Some guys are just really nice guys that don't know the right time or place to shoot their shot, and they wait too late. They wait too late, and they get friend zone.
That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
You know what? You're such a good guy. I don't want to ruin your life.
But why does that straight guy stay in that friend zone? Because he's
Because
probably gonna wait for that moment when she finally calls him and she says, "Do you want to come over for drinks? Peter just broke up with me."
he
And he goes over there and he brings the Casamigos and you start hanging out and he's always like there. I'm telling you, man, it's awkward.
you only let me say this, okay? And let me help anybody out there who has an issue with consistently being friend zoned. Okay. Fellas, ladies, listen up. Okay. The reason you get friend zoned every single time is because you do not know how to straddle the line to keep that option open. And what I mean by that is you can talk to somebody, you can have a relationship and a conversation with somebody, but you can also shoot your shot in very small ways, make small comments. Girl, don't play with me. Don't play with me. That type of stuff. Just make sure that they always continue to look at you in a certain light. When somebody stops looking at you,
That's what you say to somebody that's flirting with you, K.
huh? I'm not
That's
the
what
one to play with. Put it away.
you.
Nope. Nope.
That's
I'm not
funny.
looking at you. Don't ask. Nope. Because you're gonna get the wrong answer. You're gonna get the wrong one that you're not looking for right now. So if you don't know how to straddle that line of staying outside of that friend zone and making sure that your intentions are known, you just want to be there. You want to be the protector or whatever the hell it is, or whatever mode that you think that's going to get you in that person feeling the same way that you do. Look, Brian says, I just say I'm not your friend.
And then Shanae says she feels like you're being an opportunist, but it's not necessarily being an opportunist. I mean, yeah, okay, you could be being an opportunist. Either way, it's the same difference because you're hanging around and you have feelings for a person, and she might have, rejected that person, and he still hangs around because she's a nice person and she likes him as a friend. But she says, we can only be friends. I know that, that's what you say. The friend zone. The friend zone is real, and
Yeah, friend zone is
I
real.
mean, you can't be single in the friend zone with the girl for a long time. That's just weird. I,
Well,
I just don't.
no, and that's what I'm saying, Shanae, is to that point. You're not waiting around, like you said. You should you should always be able to let somebody know, because here's what happens when if you're in a relationship, if you're in a friendship with a person, generally they already have you in a certain type of viewpoint, right? They already look at you. A woman will see you and they'll have conversations with you, and they'll put you in that box. As a man, they'll put you in the box as, I like him this way or I don't like him that way, and they'll put
Can
you
I
in
ask you a quick question
real
before you
quick.
keep
Yeah.
going? And I'm gonna let you keep going. But what makes a female and a male decide to be friends? And then let's say you have two heterosexual people, a male and a female,
Mm-hmm.
and they decide to be friends and not lovers. Why is that? And they're not cheating. They're both single.
And they're both single,
Psychologically, why do they decide to be friends and not in a relationship?
like-minded personalities, like-minded personalities, or opposites.
So they're two alike or they're two different.
They're two alike or they're two different. They're two
That's the
alike.
question you ask, though, because that's the psychological part behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're opposite sexes. So when I met you, why did we decide to be friends?
Mm-hmm.
Because really, if you think about it, the average interaction between a male and a female outside of work or just normal, casual, just in reality, is off of like being in a relationship or dating. So at that point, something wasn't there for you to have chosen friendship versus relationship.
You just
Because
never, you just never shoot. You never shot your shot. You
but
get
you
friend
still
zone.
like that person's space. I mean, you still like that person in your space, though. You still like that person because they're cool, they're funny. You can still watch a movie with them. You can still go get a couple drinks with them. But all right, let me just use the one shallow reason. I'm not attracted to her. So, we're just gonna kick it. I'll go get lunch with her. Or let me not, go hard on a woman. Like the girl who will say, I call him to take me to dinner, but I wouldn't date him per se, or I wouldn't be in a relationship with him. You're laughing because it's true.
I know it's true.
There's a lot of women
So
that
bad.
say, I call him when I'm hungry.
So bad.
It's true though. You know what I'm saying? Like I call him when I'm hungry. Because she knows when she calls Darius and she wants to go to Fridays and she wants to get her Jack Daniel shrimp, he's gonna pick her up and take her because he's been waiting for that phone call.
And look, and they said not everyone's out here trying to have sex with everyone of the opposite sex. Sometimes you just get along with someone of the opposite sex better than someone of the same sex. That's
Right.
true.
So that's my
And
point. So you
that
get a
person that ends up getting friend zoned, and 9 times out of 10,
but why, Kermit?
nine
But why
times
did they get friend zone?
they get friend zoned because the other person is in a platonic relationship and the other person is waiting for an opportunity. One waiting for an opportunity. One is in a relationship, and one wants a relationship. The other one,
But I'm talking about the friend that you meet before you get married, right?
okay.
So you said your wife comes into a relationship with a best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Proverbial situation, hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point when she met that best friend, they had a moment of being in a decisive position of making it intimate or not,
Right.
right? That's really the only difference, right?
Yep.
Between platonic and like being intimate. So why did she make that decision at that point? Because she gets along with him better than she gets along with all of her female friends,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's just say, your wife gets along with him more than all of her female friends.
Mm-hmm.
So he has qualities that she likes, is what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be immediately Kermit. You don't have to be immediately physically attracted to a person. I've seen so many relationships blossom over the years because that person just stuck around long enough. And I'm not going to say no names. I got people that I know, and that person stuck around long enough, right? And at that point in their life, it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hey,
rest my
I
case.
have friends that have purely platonic relationships that are in full blown relationships, and some way somehow it works. I don't know how. I don't question it. I ask the questions, and if I get it, I get the answers. I'm going to believe them 100% because
I just think
my people. But what I'll say is it's very difficult. Ron says I think attraction. It's attraction that separates it. Like Hef said, some people aren't physically attracted to other people. Look, now y'all got me thinking of going smacking my homegirl. Hey, look, you have to, when you have those people in your lives, you have friends that are really good friends, and you consider the next step. You got to really analyze your relationship and see what makes sense for both of you guys, because once you make that decision on trying your hand, it ultimately changes the dynamic of the relationship forever. I don't care what you say. You can say, hey, we still cool, blah, 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 blah. Sooner or later, it's going to change the dynamic on the relationship on either side, one way or another.
But see, that's why I'm glad, Kay, we can attack the stereotypes of men. That's like the only sector of people that has no protection. The heterosexual male is the only group of people that have no legal protection, that can't be canceled. You can attack men all day long. And let's keep attacking us. Like, that's my whole point. It's the man. I don't put this on the woman at all. I think this
tripping.
situation. What?
You tripping. You think they ain't women out there?
I know that there are, but I'm talking about the ratios, sir.
The ratio? Oh, I'm not even. Like, you can't even.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
There's no way you can do ratio.
If I say person X is in the friend zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna identify that person to be a dude. You're never gonna think of a woman. Whenever I hear girls in the friend zone, I just scoff at that. I'm like, oh. You mean to tell me Jackie is in the friend zone, man? And no, I'm talking about the girls who are upset for being in the friend zone. Like, dudes are just, the average dude is a piece of shit, Kermit. Let's be honest.
Whoa!
He is. I'm gonna be honest.
Views are expressed by health streams and not
I
at
don't
all.
care. The average dude is.
Oh man, go ahead. Carry on.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying.
No. So look. Ray Alley says, I'm the one that has male friends pre and post marriage. The pre-marriage friendships came because maybe, yeah, it was a physical attraction, but that was it. They were better as friends than anything else. Sinead says sometimes men get put in the friend zone because that woman know he ain't shit based off the conversations they had as friends.
So why would you want to be friends with him if he ain't shit?
Because they enjoy the company. They enjoy the company and the free food. Women dictate sex. Men dictate relationships. So they say. Men don't dictate shit. Men just go whatever the women say. Women just go what the women say. Whatever the woman allows at that point. But get into it, man. Look, is it possible? Yes. Is it long term feasible? Hell to the no. I don't think so. I don't care what you say. Now, new friends through it. I don't know. I'm not on that. He will go shopping and hold. He'll go shopping and hold the bags.
But what heterosexual male is gonna go shopping with their girlfriend and hold the bags? And he's married.
What heterosexual? Oh no, not a single one. Not a single one that wants to stay married. Let me put the answers on there.
Is that acceptable? Could you be married and be holding the bags for your best friend at the mall?
Well, look, you have friends of the same sex that ain't shit. You keep them around to help them be less of shit.
Did you see what she said?
I did.
She's talking to me right now.
I know she is. You have friends of the same sex that ain't shit. Why do you keep them around? You keep those people around to help them grow. Like Walter Martin. Look, sometimes you got to be that big brother to help the young brother out. Sometimes you got, that don't mean you get, yeah, we gonna way deep. We ain't gonna do that. But look, platonic relationships, are they possible? Some say yes, some say no. It's a mixture. It's a lot of extenuating circumstances. Platonic relationships usually get someone's become frustrated within it because somebody gets friend zoned or somebody doesn't shoot their shot. And also somewhere along the way, it could help. It could hurt a really good relationship because you have that friendship and people can lean on that for emotional support when they really should be leaning on their relationship in itself. So there's a lot of good things that can come from it. There are a lot of bad things that can come from it. You just have to, it has to make sense for you and your partner, and it has to make sense for your for your mental stability. And what I mean by mental stability is um,
That's a good point.
allowing that, huh?
That's a
Not
big point.
allowing that to interfere with your relationship that you have. And
And
if you
that's
do
what I was gonna say, Kermit. And go ahead, finish though.
no, if you can do that, then I think it's 100% possible. You just gotta it's gotta be managed like everything else. Platonic relationships are not real. Look, see, platonic relationships are
But like you said, as long as it doesn't affect your relationship, before we close out, guys, like I had made a point and I was saying like, let's say you and your wife are going through a lot of things
mhm,
and time is of the essence, you're working a lot, it's hard to get you guys together, your schedules are different, and your lack of free time is being utilized by a lunch date with her and her male best friend.
mhm.
Like, does that get more negative light than if she was out to lunch with her girlfriend? Like, would you accept that time and not really look at that in a negative way? Or if she's with her guy friend, you can say, man, you ain't got time to be out to eat with homeboy, man. Like, we got some shit we got to talk about. Like, does it get different? That's what I'm saying.
It will. It will because you're in a different headspace. So you look at everything. You want to over scrutinize everything that happens. Because if it becomes if it becomes a habit where we're having issues and you run to him or you run to her and talk about it, then it no ain't going to happen. It's a problem at that point because now we're going to make it a problem in the relationship because you should never be running to them. You should be running back to me and talking about it. Even if you don't mean it that way, it's going to look that way. It's going to look like somebody's coming in and interfering with the relationship, especially if that other person is single, young, wild, single, and free, and you in a committed relationship, and they are there at your beck and call. That ain't no, sir. You gonna meet him, and we having problems. We gonna sit and talk it out together with him, as long as he got a license, a therapist license, or a doctor and a master's in it. Otherwise, fuck talking to him. You coming home. We getting back in the same bed, and we're gonna work this out. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's all. My wife straight up said, "No new friends.
Hey, no new
No
friends.
new
No
friends." She
new
Drake. She
friends.
straight draked me off the break.
No new friends. No
No
new
new
friends.
friends. So look, man. Look, it's from the moment we started this nonsensical conversation about platonic relationships. We ran in the friend zone, friend zone, but it's it works. It doesn't work. It doesn't.
Hey, your boy, and look at you. While you say it works, it doesn't work. Arizona's chatting doing the same thing. He
Yeah.
said, no, platonic relationships are not real. Then he comes back and says, nah, I believe they're real, but it's very rare. Like 5% of platonic relationships are genuine.
Mhm,
I think your friends should pour into each other. I love that comment, regardless of the
mhm,
sex. So if your same sex friend is a bum, I don't want my spouse hanging around with them. I agree. All your relationships, and let's wrap it up here, man, because you're in Cancun and it's your lovely wife's birthday, and I really appreciate you keeping this consistency, Kate Dizzle. But
but
I'm
we
gonna wrap up my portion of this by saying I think all your relationships should pour into you.
mhm,
Metaphorically speaking, they should add value to your life. They should bring something to your life. And as of late, I've been trying to focus in looking at what relationships are not pouring into my life in a positive way.
mhm.
So when it comes to male, female, him, she, him, whom, they, and all the pronouns, I don't care who you are. If you're around me, you got to be positive. You got to bring positivity into my life, into my relationship, and vice versa. So I think great conversation. Yes, she is. Go ahead, K Dizzle. Go ahead and wrap it up, man. Since you're doing it big out there in Cancun.
And my wife told me she told me something, and she said, "You know what, Kermit? You can be a lot." I said, "What do you mean by that?" Because I'm the same way you see me now. It's the same way I'm in person. Half no, I don't. I really don't change who I am. I talk to a lot of people. I meet a lot of people. I like to make people laugh. So I am very friendly, and so I can be a lot in that aspect. And sometimes people look at my friendliness in a completely other way, and I'm just being friendly. And so you have to know you have to know what your boundaries are. You have to know what your boundaries are within your relationship. You have to know what your trust level is. And like I said, it's a very, very, very low percentage, but it's definitely possible. It's what with everything else, like everything else, it's got to be managed, and um, it's got to be well managed and decided between you and your significant other. If they're not comfortable with it, if your significant other is not comfortable with you hanging out with a certain person, generally you shouldn't hang out with that person. If it's somebody that you have been friends for a long time, you really need to have that conversation and talk through and figure out why they feel the way that they do. You know what I'm saying? It could be something that they've experienced in the past that they just haven't opened up to you yet, or it could be just something about that person that they don't like, that they don't want you to be around with, or it could just be something completely different. Danny is right. Every relationship is different, so kid gloves on any situation, and it only works if you talk it out. It only works if you talk it out. Plain and simple. You can have friends in any race, color, gender, nationality, right? As long as that friendship doesn't interfere with your relationship, your spouse, your husband or wife, or your long-term, your serious boyfriend or girlfriend. As long as it doesn't have any major interference with that relationship, you can have that friend as a friend. Long term, short term. People are in your life for seasons. We all understand that. People are in your life for seasons. They're there to teach you a lesson, or you're there to teach them a lesson. And in both cases, you're going to learn. So you have to be conscious of that and manage your friendships as best as you can with your partner. Like you said, reality said it best. I've got friends. Your friends should be my friends. My friends should be your friends. And we should all know each other. But at the same time, I'm not. Some of my wife's friends I ain't hanging out with. Some of my friends, my wife ain't hanging out with. But they should all know each other and know who they are and talk about it. So platonic relationships are possible, but they're extremely rare, and it is a very slippery slope. Be careful. Tread lightly. Pack light if you want to, okay? Because you be straight up Tyrone in 0 seconds flat if your relationship is going south and you talking to the wrong person. And let's wrap this up. We would not be here each and every Sunday if it weren't for you guys that come in each and every time on each and every week and add your 2 cents to the table. We love you. We appreciate you. We put the number up. We want y'all to come in and show your face and say something, talk something, and be about it. If you don't, that's fine. If you do what you're doing right now, that's fine too. We're just glad that you're here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend 60 minutes with us, have a good conversation, and hopefully learn something during the process. And like I said, we are always here. We are growing. We are expanding. We're on Spotify. We're on Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. And my journey, I did take my girl and best friend to the gun range. You stupid. Facebook.com, ADU Podcast, Spotify. Go listen to us there. I got all these links up here. The easiest way to find us is actually YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. So those are the 3 major places. We will be on Apple iTunes no later than Friday with every single episode that we've ever done. And we will blow up from there. So I don't know, but we love doing this. We love having fun. We love talking to y'all. I love talking to Hef because a lot of stuff we argue about off camera that they usually sometimes translate on camera. So we got a lot more great content coming for you down the pipe. What you got to say for 24 Hef streams?
Episode 24 in the books. I want to say shout out to the chat. It was fun. Thank you, Arizona Ron, Realities Podcast, Patricia Heflin, Shanae Wilborn. If I missed you, stick with us. 410 Beard. It was a great day. Hey, look, make sure that person that you're friends with, I don't care what they are, who they are, make sure they pour into your cup.
Amen.
That's what I'm taking home tonight.
Amen.
Hey, Dizzle, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Enjoy your time in Cancun. Holler at me at Hef Streams on all social media platforms, Young Hef Streams on Twitch, and we are part of the All Dressed Up podcast each and every Sunday night.
Twitch family, Danny Aries, Voodoo, Gilgamesh, all my folks. I love y'all. We are out. Love you. Okay.
You know, and I know. They know, cause we know, we go all in, you know. I know, they know, cause we know.